gentlemen, and we thank you very much. We should remind you that there's still an awful lot of folks coming into the grandstand area, so be sure to pick the best possible seat you can right now. Just check, some 38 modified stars had checked into the pit area, so a tremendous field on hand for this terrific event this evening, a big payout, and as a result, the top contenders are on hand. You can see some of the modifieds now lining up to prepare for time trials, which will be coming up in just a matter of moments.
Car to come out to attempt to take time to Busch Trial qualifying, and the Riverdale Chrysler presentation is one of the local boys. He'll be driving car number 77. It is Roy Seidel in a Chevrolet Cavalier. Independent runner, the Bushy Signs machine, runs in the top 10 here at Riverside Park Speedway on a regular basis. A little bit of dust and smoke comes off the machine. He comes down, faces the white flag, first time on the clock.
Losing it a little bit in turn 4. And Roy Seidel, qualifier number 1.
Apparently there's a problem with the clock. He was unable to trip the clock at this time. Part of the Busch beer deal, which of course Busch is the official beer of NASCAR. In addition to that, Matt Powers from Riverdale Chrysler Plymouth will be going down to the winner's circle after time trials are over to present bonus money checks to cars running 2nd through 6th in the Riverdale Chrysler Busch time trials. Car number 36 is a West Hartford tool and die machine for Larry Moore, regular runner here at Riverside Park Speedway. He runs among the top 10 cars, had a top 5 finish just 1 week ago in his sophomore season. Time 13.422. 13.422. Moore's second time on the clock with the Chevrolet Cab. 13.738. 13.738. Up next is a gentleman who's got 2 feature event wins to his credit on the modified tour at the Oswego Speedway. He'll be driving car number 6, the TJ Toyota Courtesy Chrysler number 6, and that is Flyin Brian Ross from Boston Spa, New York. Ed Close owns the automobile. He comes down. .162. 13.162. Time to beat. To break the record and get the West Hartford Tool and Die bonus money is 12.525. 13.029. 13.029. Up next is Rod Spaulding. 13.382, first time on Spaulding. Second time, 13.384. They call him the Duke of Kent. Front runner on the NASCAR Winston Modified Tour, independent runner. Plaza Olds Forenta body machine, car number 26 from Horseheads, New York, George, the Duke of Kent. .249, 13.249. $13.099. Car number 9 is up next, another one of the regulars here at Riverside Park. 2-time NASCAR Winston Racing Series champion. John Rosani driving the Billy Simon A&A Office Systems Jason Tool number 9. Cavalier body machine, Floyer. $13.050. 13.050. $13.026. Car number 10A. BJ Ladola, Electrical Contractors Machine, Ramsey Builders. Skyline Quarry. Foster, Chapman crushing, number 10A for Dan Avery out of Somers, Connecticut. Avery, another one of the regulars here at the park. 13.462, 13.462. 13.211, 13.211.
A little bit loose out of 4, 1 lap down. But a fine time of 13.211. And let's see, here comes Steve now. Trying to pick up on that a little bit. 13.222, so his first run just a tad better. 13.777 on his second run for Robbie Clark.
Last year at the NASCAR Modified Tour event, this gentleman was definitely the star of the show. He won the Speedway Scene Performance Award here at the park with an impressive finish, running right up front. Car number 7, New York, it's the Pontiac Motorsports entry. Two Brothers Excavating. Number 7, New York for Tom Baldwin. Baldwin is a front runner, has taken down several feature event wins in regular Winston Racing Series competition. It's out of shape at Riverside Raceway. 13.469, 13.469. 13.183, 13.183. The DML Softwares automobile is up next, car number 99 for Jamie the Jet out of Neptune, New Jersey. The Pontiac Tomato, consistent front runner on the NASCAR Modified Tour. .201, 13.201. 13.056, 13.056. Car number 79, the Steve May prepared automobile, the K.R. Resendiz, number 79, from Assonet, Massachusetts. It is Dave Resendiz. Resendiz, a graduate from the Seekonk Speedway, where he started his racing career. Now runs a modified tour. Next year plans on running a Busch Grand National. 13.319, 13.319. 13.145, 13.145. Last Saturday night's feature event winner is up next. Stan Greger, driving the Caccini Construction. Chase Racing Enterprises, Norgard machine number 7. Greger, consistent front runner here and former champion of Riverside.
Stan won the title here in 1981 and in 1983.
13.205. 13.001. 13.001.
And he's your new leader.
Sure
Moving on
is.
now, number 23, Tim Glenn of Woodbury, Connecticut, in the Glenn Excavating machine. Now complete. 13.234 for Fuller in his first run. As Stan Greger now sets the pace, let's see if Fuller can better that mark that's up on the scoreboard. Well, 13.031. Fuller comes very close, but not quite.
Up next, this gentleman won at the Riverhead Raceway, the Modified Tour event, and he won at the Thompson International Speedway. He'll be driving the Mutual Engraving number 36, Mike Iwanitsko. Iwanitsko has become one of the heartthrob drivers for the younger women who enjoy the excitement of the NASCAR Modified Tour. 13.618. 13.618. First time ever for Iwanitsko to run this quarter mile. 13.307. 13.307.
And Ben, you mentioned heartthrobs. This young gentleman certainly is too. Bruce D'Alessandro of East Hartford, Connecticut, and the Electrical Contractors Machine and Cliff Nelson Racing Enterprises entry. And Bruce has been doing well this season also. A regular Saturday night here at the Speedway. He has one victory, and the correction, one victory, yes, and 1 second and 3/3. 13.119, so a good run for Bruce Dell on lap 1. Let's see if he can better that now. 13.043 for Bruce D'Alessandro. A good run for Bruce. 13.188, a very strong run for Zavisa.
That car was only going to get one time. Remember, the first time he lost the tire, so he does not get the 2 times. Here is the current point leader on the NASCAR Modified Tour. This car was brand new at Riverhead Raceway. It looks like something out of the future. A rocket sled, you might refer to it as. The Billy Carrazzo, Clyde McLeod, Sherwood Industry Pilot Freight, number 12 for Mike McLaughlin. 13.247. 13.247. 13.034. 13.034. Up next is a gentleman both on and off the racetrack. He's a regular runner at the Wall Stadium, driving car number 14, the McBeth-powered automobile for Tony Siscone. Siscone won some major events just a few weeks back and is definitely one of the hot short track drivers to contend with. 13.203. 13.203. 13.030.
So an excellent run second time around for Tony Siscone. Now we move along to the Coors Light Machine, the Goodyear Sunoco CCP Racing Enterprises, Carl Pastriak from Lisbon, Connecticut. And for Carl, 13.263. 13.022 for Pastriak on his second run, so a very strong
Cab 2, sponsor number 15, the Axelrod Trucking Machine for Wayne Anderson. Anderson gets around the very tough quarter mile impressively. 13.548. 13.548. Again, if you're just joining us here in the stadium, seats available right end of the stadium in front of the Winston Racing Series press box and in the front 5 rows of the grandstand. 13.509. 13.509. Feature event winner this season here at Riverside Park Speedway. Done it on a couple of occasions in the Bob Judkins Prepared number 2X. Pike Package Stores listed among the sponsors. He does double duty and runs in the Pro. The Pontiac 2000 Sunbird, driven by Summers Auto Supplies, Jerry Marquis. 13.209. 13.209. 12.942. 12.942. The number 1 guy is replaced by another one of the regulars, Jerry Marquis. Here comes the man that has taken down 6 feature event wins at Riverside Park Speedway. He drives the Teddy Bear Pools SM LaRusso Mario Fiore number 44, Reggie Ruggiero. 13.040. 13.040. 12.953. 12.953. Jerry Marquis holds position number 1. Mike Stefanik, defending track champion in the Clinton Nancy Hanks, Freddie Felton and Sons prepared number 37. Mike just celebrated the birth, of his new baby daughter just a couple of weeks back. .137. 13.137. 12.975. 12.975. The Woody Fabriello Racing Enterprises machine, car number 10. This car won a special event at the New London Waterford Speed Bowl a few weeks back. Driving the number 10 automobile, it is John Anderson. .252. Here in Riverside, took down a feature event win at the start of this year. .190. Bruce Adams to the announcer's tower, please. Bruce Adams to the announcer's tower. .131. 13.131.
Now to the U2 machine for Rick Fuller of Auburn, Massachusetts, the Universal Auto Salvage entry. 13.475 for Rick Fuller on his first lap. 13.184 for Rick Fuller on lap number 2. Now we move along to another of the independent operators. Last year, a thrill of a lifetime for Wade Cole after many years of trying his first victory here at Riverside Park. Wade from Riverton, Connecticut in the Charlie's Radiator number 33. Very good run for Wade Cole on lap 2. Now we move along to car number 1, the Bill Pelly prepared machine, being driven by Marcel the 12. Marcel from Ellington, Connecticut in the Riverdale Chrysler Plymouth NAEK construction machine. .764 for Marcel the 12. .13432 for Marcel the 12 on his second run. And our leader, the 2X of Jerry Marquis of Enfield, Connecticut, a regular runner here at Riverside. Second fastest time at the moment to Reggie Ruggiero in car 44. In third spot, Mike Stefanik in the number 37. Fourth place, Stan Greger in car number 7. Ben Dodge working his way down to trackside to join Mark Wernes for these presentations. And a very, very happy moment for all of these lads. Our street stock main, of course, cars pre-qualified earlier today, and we'll run down the lineup for all 30 cars for you just a little bit later on. But right now, the hardware being passed out by Mark Wernes and Penn Dodge, along with Matt Powers, to the top qualifiers.
Out of Hartland, Connecticut for S.J. Avanson. In the 6th starting spot, the West Hartford Tool and Die, number 36 for Larry Moore. 7th starting spot, driving car number 36, the Mutual Engraving, number 36 for Mike Iwaninsko. 8th for the modified feature event, that is for scorers only. The section of reserved seats directly next to the announcer's tower. You will have to vacate that area. That is for modified feature event scoring only. So I advise you to find a good seat at this time. Modified. Heat action at its best. Mike McLaughlin to the outside. Brian Ross tucks it down low. Deep into turn number 3. And off that 4th turn, Ross is the man that takes over position number 1. McLaughlin runs in the number 2 spot, but Schofield goes around and brings out a caution.
While we have this opportunity, Ben, Stephanie Levin, please report to the first aid. Pace car light is out. He'll pull off momentarily, and then we'll be back underway with 2 laps down.
Again, if you're a member of the media and did not receive your press kit, please come to the Winston Racing Series press box. Green flag is out. Brian Ross is still in command. Mike McLaughlin runs in second. The 5th spot is currently held down by S.J. Avanson. Larry Moore is 1 spot out of a qualifier. So is it Bobby Park and Mike Iwaninsko.
And they'll certainly have their work cut out for them.
Ross is the man to contend with up front. Mike McLaughlin runs in second. Larry Moore got out of shape, but corrected the automobile as Roy Seidel pulls to the center of the infield. Here comes McLaughlin down low underneath Brian Ross with a bid for the lead. Not enough this time.
McLaughlin closes the gap somewhat. Let's see how he does here, coming off turn 4. Still Ross managing to hold a slight lead.
A barn burner shaping up for position number 1. Mike McLaughlin down low. Brian Ross on the top side. Evenly matched. They hit to the line. Ross has got it this time.
And Iwaninsko goes around in car 36.
Iwaninsko tags the wall, literally rips the rear end out of the car. You see it torque back up as he tried to pull away. Mike Iwaninsko, modified tour winner at Riverhead Raceway and the Thompson International Speedway. Race Week is on NESN, the New England Sports Network, Thursday night, 5:30. And in a couple of weeks, Race Week, for those of you in this area, is going to go on Channel 18 in Hartford. We'll tell you more about that. Green flag is out. Brian Ross, pedal to the metal, pulls away.
Larry Moore gets crossed up with S.J. Avanson, but they both continue on.
4 cars get the bonus cash, but 5 make the move to the main event.
Now we'll see if McLaughlin can challenge once again, as he came so close to that lead earlier. Now he dives under Ross. Ross maintains the edge with 8 laps now complete.
8-lap show on the Winston Racing Series scoreboard. Brian Ross, Mike McLaughlin, George Kent, Ed Blinke Jr., and S.J. Avanson hold the bonus spots. The ones that count the most that move to the main event.
Bob Park having a difficult time getting around Larry Moore. And he's trying valiantly to move up, but unable to do so at this time. Now the white flag waves for Brian Ross. 1 lap to go.
Checkered flag is out. Ross has got himself the win. Mike McLaughlin in for second. George Kent, Ed Flemke Jr., and S.J. Avanson. 4 will stop at the line. George Kent, the 26th, and the 10 of Ed Flemke Jr. A case of oil will also be presented to the winner from Performance Centers of America. For performance parts and accessories and a whole lot more, it's Performance Centers of America.
And all kinds of other goodies in addition to the cash from Budweiser, the king of beers, and from Williams Distributing of Springfield, distributors of all the fine Anheuser-Busch products.
Now, in addition to this, moving in just a moment, Kenny Meisenhelder's lovely daughter Carla from KGM Videos is going to give a free tape to the winner of all the qualifying rounds. From KGM Video, free tape to the winner. There is the lovely Carla from KGM Video. Little Glenn, down to congratulate Flyin Brian Ross. Oh, they don't make them like that in Ballston Spa. No, no, no.
No.
Coming up next, here's the starting lineup for Budweiser qualifying round number 2. On the inside of the front row, driving car number 14, it will be the Hampton Brick Starters and Alternators Holonite Fire Systems machine. Car number 14, driven by Tony Sisko, the qualifying rounds. Then in addition to that, we've got Leisure Time Canvas, a car cover. Peter Pelk, Rick Gowron, Big Y Foods, champagne for everyone. Tin Brothers trophies, the Pup Tent, and much, much more.
Alessandro leaping to the lead in the number 90. Tony Sisko has the second spot, followed by Tiger Tom Baldwin. Pastriak fourth, and Dan Avery in that big fifth spot at the moment. Alessandro looking strong as he comes off that fourth turn to complete lap number 2. No change in position as they work their way through turn 2. Starting to put pressure on Pastriak. John Anderson looking to move up, but unable. Pastriak goes around in the number 5. That enables Avery to move up to the 4th position, and Anderson now running 5th. Pastriak trying to turn around because not enough room, and that brings out the caution flag as a dangerous situation was presented. Pastriak will pick up at the back. Sisko in duel now with Bruce D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro, your leader. And here they come, and they're back underway. Avery taking advantage of that restart. He and Sisko tangled. Sisko goes around, and the field goes scattering. Avery swings back. We'll see if Sisko is okay. On the outside. And here they come off turn 4. Who has the edge? Side by side between Baldwin and D'Alessandro. And Bruce edges out to the lead in the number 90. D'Alessandro is the man doing the job right now. Tommy Bowles runs 3rd, followed by Marcel at 12 and Charlie Pastriak. Pastriak in that last qualifying spot.
night.
But for D'Alessandro, he's looking very good indeed with 4 laps to go. He stretches out his lead now over Baldwin, and both Baldwin and D'Alessandro pulling away from Tommy Bowles in the number 76. And we've got 2 laps to go. White flag now for Bruce D'Alessandro, Tom Baldwin, Tommy Bowles, Marcel the 12. Off turn 4, it's Bruce D'Alessandro taking down the wind, followed by Tom Baldwin, Tommy Bowles, Marcel the 12 in the 4th spot, followed by Charlie Pastriak in the number 5, rounding out our qualifier.
From KGM Video. Remember, Kenny Meisenhelder covers all of the excitement of Riverside Park Speedway on a regular basis. Besides that, if you're looking for a copy of tonight's presentations, see Kenny Meisenhelder at KGM Video for a spectacular deal.
Meanwhile, the cars move out for our 3rd modified qualifying heat. We'll get to those lineups in just a moment, but right now we've got our presentations going on in Victory Lane and some happy gentlemen down there to be sure.
And of course, very deserving of their accomplishments in this one. Again, this is part of $1,375 being distributed by Budweiser, the king of beers. Little Glenn with the KGM Video sign with lovely Carla.
Well, there we are. Everybody happy as the cash, the champagne, and the case of oil being distributed to our top 4. And they'll pull away very happy indeed. Meet her with us. Pace car pulls in.
Once again, if you're a member of the media and you have not received your press kit, please come to the announcer's tower immediately, please.
Jamie Tomato out in front in the 99. And here comes the U2 of Rick Fuller. Jeff Fuller down low in the 21, followed by Dave Resendiz. Tomato looking very, very strong in the lead. Strings out now, but they're nose to tail for the front 4. Down as Tomino continues to hold the lead over Rick Fuller. Steve Park continuing to hold that last qualifying spot as Wade Cole and John Zavisa look to move up. Unable to find an opening. Around goes Wade Cole in the number 33. And that brings up the caution. We're back underway with Tomino lead. For Tomato. Followed by Rick Fuller, Jeff Fuller, Dave Resendiz, and the 81 of Steve Park. John Zavisa now trying to challenge Park for that last qualifying spot. The only challenge being mounted at the moment. Let's see if Zavisa can do it. Here they come for the checkered flag in Tomato. Rick Fuller, Jeff Fuller, Dave Resendiz, and Steve Park, your top 5 qualifiers in mod qualifying heat number 3.
Jerry Cook and the NASCAR officials will be preparing.
Glenn's got the sign upside down.
You want a salt Pete? What? You want a salt Pete?
Nick, look at Glenn.
Glenn!
Sign upside down.
The crowd helped him out. Yeah.
And one of our cars now pulling out of the pit area for the Tom and Jane Francis Pit Crew contest. As our presentations conclude to our victors as they pick up the spoils.
Once again, the winner of that getting a KGM videotape of tonight's presentation. In addition to that, also receiving case of oil from Performance Centers of America. In addition to that, bottle of champagne, Rick Gowron, Peter Pelk and Rick Gowron. Coming up, you can see the teams they're about ready to prepare.
Front right tire man, Danny or Paul Alander. Right rear tire man, David Marquis. And on the gas tank will be Ben Fuller. And Mark Darno will be the overflow and window man.
Here he comes. Jerry Marquis of Enfield, Connecticut, listed as among a long shot here tonight. Surprised a lot of fans, set fast time. He pulls in. Here's the story. His crew slips with the jack. A problem initially. That's going to cost them a great deal of time. But they don't give up. That's what racing is all about. Things don't always work the way you'd like it to. They jack up the right side of the tire. The right rear is off. A new one is installed. The right front, the story is pretty much the same. Time is clicking away. The Bob Judkins prepared number 2X. Afterwards, they will be checking them for stripped or loose lugs, and penalties will be issued if there are any. Here's the time of the first team.
Yeah. Do it again.
570, 22.4570. 30 years old for Larry St. Jean. The right front tire man will be Billy Dawley, 28 years of age. The right rear tire man is Mark Downey, who is 24. The gas man is Brian Murphy, who is 17 years old, and the overflow man is Jimmy Falcone, who is 33 years of age. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a nice round of applause. The team of the Coors Light Silver Bullet team. Back, looking to get part of that $1,000 from Tom and Jane Francis. He comes in very slow. He is last year's winner of this event. Jackman on the ball on this one. Carl's brother, Charlie, assisting with the tire. Right front is off, real quick. Right rear is off. Penalty going to be issued on the 2X. 2 seconds penalty on the 2X. Add 2 seconds on the 2X. Pastriak gets away, the Coors Light Silver Bullet machine. Oh, 32-680. problem with the scoring with the clock. A problem with the clock. Problem with the clock. That time is not the official time. A problem with the clock. Right front tire man is Steve Balboni, who is 26. The right rear tire man is David Faraci, who is 27. The gas man is Chuck Balboni, who is 25. The overflow man is Paul Bedard, who is 23 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a nice round of applause. The Avery Racing Enterprises crew. They're ready. We'll watch for them as soon as the officials send Avery down. Jackman is out. They're ready. For this team, this is a rare opportunity for them to do this. Right rear tire comes off first. Right front, a little bit slow. Right rear is on. Jack man patiently waiting. Fuel man has fueled the car. Avery's car is down. It pulls away. We'll wait for the time. 26.384. 26.384. 26.384. It was very impressive here last year. The Baldwin Racing Enterprises Group. Car number 7, New York. The driver is Tom Baldwin. The sponsor is Pontiac Motorsports, McBeth's Racing Engines, and True Brothers Excavating. With the following crew members step forth at this time. The jack man is Jim Mason, 19 years of age. The right front tire man is Chet Arthur, 30 years old. The right rear tire man is Tom Baldwin Jr., 21 years of age. The gas man is John II, who is 17. And the tire carrier is Steve Colacho, who is 26 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a nice round of applause. The Baldwin Racing Enterprises Pontiac Motorsports Group. Slow, because the clock doesn't begin until the car stops. Jackman, right on the ball on this one. Right rear tire, off and on. Right front tire, off and on. Gas man fills it up, no problem there. Car is down, it looked quick. We'll see what the time is. It was quick. 18.260. 18.260. That is almost awesome. Let's see what's going to be next. Our next team is the car that is driven by Jeff Fuller. Art Berry owns the automobile. Spear Point Jimmy right out there with the jack. Right side. Tire man bringing out 2 tires, the front and rear, one shot. Right front is off. Art Berry shows that he can still get the job done. Ironically, you wouldn't know it, but the man who's changing the right front tire had a heart attack earlier this season. As we said, they might be a little bit older in age, but in experience and dedication, they are among the leading teams. Car is down, it pulls away. We'll check our timer. 32.428. 32.428. ML Software's machine. Billy Potts owns the automobile, and Jamie the Jet Tomato is listed as the driver. The sponsors are DML, VP Racing Fuels, RTE Trans, and these are the individuals. Please step forward at this time as part of this team. The jack man is Ray Giles, who is 32 years old. The right front tire man is Steve Wood, who is 29. The right rear tire man is Mike Clayton, who is 22. The gas man is Steve Gabaleski, who is 33. And the overflow and window man is Al Cocaro, it looks like, who is 36. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the DML Jamie the Jet Tomato team of car number 99. Right side. Jackman gets it up with ease. Right front tire. Right rear tire. Gas man has done his thing. So far, there have been no penalties with the exception of the marquee. Possibly one going to be issued here. 5 seconds will be added because he ran over the jack. 5 seconds will be added because he ran over the jack. There's a penalty. 5 seconds will be added. The next team that comes to post is the Sherwood Racing Team, car number 12. Billy Carrazzo's beautiful race car. It's a Pontiac 2000 Sunbird, and Mike McLaughlin is the driver, and he is the current NASCAR Modified Tour point leader. Pilot Air Freight, Sherwood Industries, Race Graphics, and Coney Shocks are listed among the sponsors. With this team step forward at this time, the jackman is Paul Carrazzo, who is 21 years of age. The right front tire man is veteran Mike Gricci, who is 37. The right rear tire man is Greg Zippadelli, who is 21. The gas man is Tom McCann, who's 37. The overflow and tire carrier is Brad J., who is 24, and Andy Flagano, who is 35. Second place last year is where this team finished, the Sherwood Industries Billy Carrazzo team. Here comes McLaughlin. Right side. These guys got a lot of speed. Right rear tire. It is off. New one is installed. They even got sneakers that match the car. Right rear is on and ready. Right front could be the story that cost them time. It is down. They pull away. $26,048. $26,048 is Lori and Ian. It is a sponsor-wanted race car. The jackman will be a gentleman that we all know around here as Bear. The right front tire man is Tommy Baldwin Jr. The right rear tire man is Freddie Kruger. The gas man is Norman from the 21 crew. And the overflow and window man is Steve Holden. So there's their team. This is the Baldwin crew. Remember, a lot of those guys. One tire gets away. Gino up front. A little bit of change of strategy here. Right rear is on. Tommy Baldwin's son. All done there. Right front is going to be the story. Jackman patiently waits. Time is clicking away on the clock. Uh-oh. Car is down on the jack. $33,380. Team that is owned by Cliff Nelson, the Electrical Contractors Group. The Beamers Petroleum Electrical Contractors, number 90, driven by Bruce D'Alessandro. The jackman will be Brian D'Alessandro, who is 26 years old. The right front tire man is Mike McTeague, who is 26. The right rear tire man is Dave Sazarillo, who is 34. The gas man is Andy Dimoff, who is 30. And the overflow and tire carrier is Doug D'Alessandro, who is 17. Ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause for Cliff Nelson Racing Enterprises and the number 90. Andy set with the jack. Right rear is off. Right front is off. Gas man's got the can. Right rear is on. Right front is halfway there. Problem with the right front, it looks like. And the right front seems to be the most difficult. The air wrench failed. Air wrench has failed, and it's over for this team. Okay, clock is 45,961. 45,961. The problem is an air wrench, but that isn't going to be good enough for this team. Now, the individual that had a problem initially, we had a problem with our timer, is the last car to come out for this. Final car in the pit contest. This is last. Last year's winners. Look good. Car is down. They look very quick. Will they be quick enough? 26,285. 26,285. We'll give you the official winners in just a moment. We'll call them to the start-finish line area and their crews. It's going to go home with the number one money, which is $500, and that is Tommy Baldwin. The number two team is Mike McLaughlin. Number one team of Tom Baldwin, 18,264. Second fastest pit crew is Mike McLaughlin, 26048. Third fastest, Carl Pastriak, 26,285. Then it's fourth fastest, Dan Avery, 26,384. Fifth fastest, Jerry Marquis, 26,507. And sixth fastest, Jeff Fuller, 32,428. So those are our winners. And his lovely wife, Jane. They're also going to be receiving some more of the champagne. Then, in addition to that, they are also going to be getting the plaques and all of the good things associated with this. Yeah?
Well, it's a very happy crew posing for this victory shot. And thanks to Tom and Jane Francis, $500 to this team. A great reward for them. And our congratulations to the Tom Baldwin crew on a fine showing tonight.
73, 76, 28, 83, 92, 10. Those competitors should report to their cars in the pit area.
And Mike, of course, winner on the Modified Tour, had a serious accident earlier, so he's unable to make it out. 14 of Tony Siscone of Hamilton, New Jersey, next, along with the 77 of Roy Seidel. Off they come now, heading for the green flag. Ryan Schofield swings way up high, but holds it back in and gets to the early lead over John Savisa. Comes the yellow flag, Ed Kojal and Wayne Anderson among those tackling down the backstretch.
And that's just some of the donors in tonight's program. We thank you for everything that you've done for us here this evening.
Look for a good clean start as they sit side by side down the backstretch. And the green goes this time. Lisa gets the edge on Schofield. And Avery down low in the 10A. Anderson into the wall at the number 15. So Anderson out of the action, tagging the front stretch wall. Also dropping out Roy Seidel in the 77. Leading the way as the locals at the edge. And Wade Cole with a front end problem, also dropping out of the competition is number 33. Dan Avery now to challenge Brian Schofield for that second and remaining qualifying position. 4 laps down. Making 5 now. Once again, Avery to challenge Schofield, who swings up high, forces Avery to back off. Drops out of the event. A long trip up from New Jersey, and he has a problem with car 14. Once again, Avery to challenge. Schofield gets sideways. But Avery, once again, unable to pass him. Here comes the white flag now. 1 to go. And Avery Avery do it? Will Schofield hold him off for that last qualifying spot? Savisa looking good in front, but the battle is for second. Here they come. Who will it be? Avery ducks low. Can he do it? No, it's Schofield. Ryan Schofield edging out Dan Avery for the second qualifying spot from this modified consolation event. Your winner, John Zavisa, will pull to victory lane.
The driver of car number 9 in the modifieds. Car number 37 in this celebrity event will be George Kent, a car that is usually driven by Travis Robinson. Driving car number 80 will be Mike McLaughlin in a car that is usually driven by Parente. Driving car number 88, part of the special presentation of this NASCAR Modified Tour event for you, the fans of Riverside. The Pontiac Trans Am safety vehicle from Scranton Motor Sales. Remember, Pontiac is excitement. Pontiac Trans Am is Pontiac's most exciting and fastest production car. When you think of the excitement of Pontiac, it's Pontiac. Trans Am GT350. Here they come, down to the line. Green is out. John Rosati on the inside. Ricky Fuller dives in deep. Fuller tries to rim right on the outside. Look out, here comes Mike McLaughlin. He's up to third with car number 80. George Kent runs the top side of the racetrack. Mike McLaughlin, car number 02 down low. At the line, it is Fuller. Rosati in second. McLaughlin. Ruggiero. Here comes Tom Baldwin down underneath Mike Stefanik. Jeff Fuller is coming to the front of the field. So is it George Kent. Now, we've got Stefanik up into the marbles. He tags the wall. Marquis and D'Alessandro trying to come from the back of the pack. But to lead him back to the line, it is Ricky Fuller. John Rosati still in second. Trouble now. We've got a spin. D'Alessandro goes around with car number 83. He fires it back up. The leader comes off the turn. It is still Ricky Fuller. John Rosati right there in his back bumper. But here comes Mike McLaughlin. Caution flag comes out. Haas, Mike Stefanik, Carl Pastriak in the 23, Bob Povereri and Bruce D'Alessandro. Mike Stefanik has a problem with car number 02. Now Ruggiero is going to the outside of Mike McLaughlin. There's the bid for third. Ricky Fuller is the leader of the pack. John Rosati runs in second. Ruggiero banks him in the back bumper. And now here comes Mike McLaughlin down low. Mike Stefanik drops out. Mechanical problem. Dan Avery gives a wrap to George Kent. Ricky Fuller leads him. Now McLaughlin is down underneath John Rosati. Mike McLaughlin is up to second. John Rosati is going to try to take it back. Reggie Ruggiero waits in the wings. Jeff Fuller came from a scratch starting spot. He's among the top 5. Tom Baldwin follows. Tommy Bowles just out of the top 5. It is still Ricky Fuller with a commanding lead. Look at the Reg. He dives in deeper than most. Mike McLaughlin, the point leader on the Modified Tour, doesn't give up. They swap pace. They rub fenders. They make contact. And Jeff Fuller is now up to third. Mike McLaughlin has to settle for fourth. Reggie Ruggiero's up to second. And now McLaughlin almost gets taken out. He tries to fight back. Here comes the number 39 of Tommy Baldwin. Marquis runs towards the back of the pack. This time by 2 to go.
Mr. Fuller pushed that 28 machine. He's really doing the job.
White flag is out, Raleigh.
Here we go.
Ricky Fuller is the leader. Reggie Ruggiero runs in second. Jeff Fuller is third. John Rosati is fourth. Then it's Mike McLaughlin and the number 55 of Tommy Bowles. McLaughlin giving it a run for the money. And look at Jeff Fuller. Here's a bid for the lead. Ricky Fuller by a nose. Ruggiero in for second. John Rosati over the number 28 machine of Jeff Fuller. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to head to the winner's circle. I think we owe all of these guys a nice round of applause. You saw it first right here at Riverside. The stars of the NASCAR Winston Modified Tour in late model streets. As Ricky Fuller will tell us what charity The money will go. Lovely Louise from the pup tent will be down to make the present. Take Fuller
with an exciting win over Reggie Ruggiero. Mark Wernis down there trackside, and he's got our winner. Mark?
Well, I'll tell you something, Rick. You haven't lost your touch, because it wasn't all that long ago that you used to pilot that number 57 Chevelle, the car laundry machine here, around the same way at Riverside. I'll tell you haven't lost your touch at all.
No, it was only a few years ago. The street stocks, it was always a fun division, and tonight brought back a lot of memories.
I'll tell you, Reggie Ruggiero, though, kept you honest at the end there, a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, he did. Reggie was running real quick. I didn't want to pile this thing up on these guys. They got to run it on Friday night, so I figured I'd take it easy.
All right, well, you got 150 laps ahead of you tonight, too. Go get them.
Thank you.
Well, there we have it, a happy winner, and the crew out there along with him. Ted Chalmers, the usual chauffeur of that number 71 in the black shirt, joins our winner. And thanks to Louise at the pup tent, these lads will go home a little bit richer tonight, and charity is also going to benefit. We'll determine which charity it will be from Rick and send along the contribution to them in his name. Series Modified Tour event, the Budweiser King of Beers 150. All laps count in this event, so keep an eye on the flags, and you can watch the scoreboard as you can keep progress for our top 4 leaders in the event, as well as the lap count.
Good night. We've had a lot of festivities already, and now the hors d'oeuvres are over, and we're ready for the main course.
Ah, yes, and how. And Matt, I know we thoroughly enjoyed your article that you had several weeks back when you made your announcing debut here at Riverside. A very enjoyable article. And the mighty NASCAR Modifieds fire up. String of pace cars that have joined us for tonight's action. Entry. The Waterford Speed Bowl pace car, the Manhattan car, and we'll be underway. Sonny Richards of Speedway Scene here in our Winston Scoring Tower, who will be down at trackside at the conclusion of this event. We'll continue to set the stage, Matt, and then we're going to turn it over to you for the call. Okay, Cinderella. I hope you have your slipper on, Cinderella, because we're about ready. Here they come. The pace car pulls off. We'll look for the pace to pick up. Mike Stefanik and Stan Greger to lead the way in the Budweiser King of Beers 150. The NASCAR Modified Winston Tour is here. And here we go, Matt.
And it's Stefanik, 52 on Greger in the Modified. After takes third. And they all call the car third. After the first lap, Stefanik leads the way from Mike Greger. And first when he's down back is Reggie Ruggiero making it move in a fourth place. And moving faster than all right now is Noah Sandro as he contends for that fifth position with John Rosati. Stefanik, our leader in hitchhiking, on his back bumper is Dan Greger. A couple of third right now is Patriak with Ruggiero in fourth place.
The 75 of Carl Pastriak, followed by the 44 of Reggie Ruggiero.
The difference between running a 100-yard dash or running a marathon. A lot more strategy involved in the longer races.
As in the 33, Anderson back out. Go, we pull off, and Toledo does not return. Stefanik slow on the upbeat, and the caution stays out.
A ragged restart.
Tom Bowles with a flat tire. Ed Plemke also pulling out. 13 laps down. This time Stefanik is ready. Here he comes.
He romps around the fourth turn, and he is our leader on lap 14, followed by Gregor. And blistering pace on the outside for Reggie Ruggiero. Stefanik, the famous drum major in this parade, followed by Gregor, and Ruggiero running a strong third. Moving up into fifth place is Mike McLaughlin, Carl Pastriak in fourth, D'Alessandro running sixth. But as they cross the finish line for the 16th time, our leader is Mike Stefanik, who has led from the opening gun.
Rod Spalding drops off the pace in car 11.
It looked like he swallowed a few speed bumps.
And the freight train continues. No one making a move at the moment. Plenty of race left, so there's no need to get foolish at this point.
No, patience is a virtue in a 150-lap race. Stefanik still in command. Gregor running a comfortable second, and Ruggiero in third. So Spalding turns to the inside and lets the pathway develop for Stefanik. Gregor has followed him like a bumper sticker virtually the whole race, and Ruggiero in third. And all our leaders get back by the lap car without any incident. And he can't manage to do it this time. Fuller still has the edge. But that is our closest battle on the racetrack now. The duel shaping up between Fuller and Jerry Marquis.
On the low groove. And it looks like he may do it this time. Brian Ross making the move in the TJ Toyota number 6.
He really has the bite coming around the fourth turn like collie grip. And he lays Fuller for that 7th position.
Now slower traffic once again for our leader.
And he has to negotiate around the lap cars. And it looks like Stefanik is safely past Anderson. The next stop to go on his way is the car driven by Tommy Bowles.
And Tom Baldwin will now work on John Rosati. Tom Baldwin in the 70 yard goes to the low side. Wayne Anderson goes around in the number 33. But he's safe, out of harm's way, and the green stays out.
And a good battle developing as Ross overtakes D'Alessandro to take 6th place. So Ross appears to be the most dangerous man on the track right now as he has maneuvered his way into a number 6 position. Stefanik still in front after the 49th lap. Gregor and Ruggiero. But the man to watch right now is Brian Ross. He seems to have more pizzazz coming off the turn than almost anybody else. Ross right now approaching the lap car of Tommy Bowles.
99 laps to go. Just over the 1/3 mark as Ross will again try to work his way around a slower car in the person of Tommy Bowles. Bowles moves over, enabling Ross to slip by.
Next on the agenda for Ross will be the number 12, driven by Mike McLaughlin.
Certainly Ross has the fastest car out there right now.
And Brian Ross has a reputation for getting faster as the race gets longer. He likes these extra long races because he needs to get more out of his car as the race gets down to its final lap.
This has not been overall a good track for Ross. one victory. He has had not very many good finishes here.
He's trying to slip underneath McLaughlin. And they are almost even as they hit the finish line. McLaughlin with a slight advantage.
Meanwhile, Tom Baldwin and John Rosati have their battle continue lap after lap.
And Alessandro right now, all he can handle to keep ahead of Fuller. So we have some good individual battles shaping up on the quarter-mile track. There goes Ross underneath McLaughlin again, but doesn't have enough energy to catch him.
Has gotten D'Alessandro. Marquis now will try to move up as he goes on the low side of D'Alessandro. And Ross battling with McLaughlin once again.
Action all over the track now. But still, Ross doesn't have enough muscle to get by McLaughlin, and now he whirlpools by him.
And Marquis has overtaken D'Alessandro.
What a great move by Ross to move into fourth place, passing McLaughlin and Pastriak. He found a shortcut somewhere on the track. So the four horsemen at the top of the scoreboard. Stefanik, Greger, Stefanik, who has led from the opening gun, still has an advantage over Stan Greger. Last week's feature winner who is running another strong race. Ruggiero content to stay in third right now, with Ross right behind him. And Ruggiero closes the door as they hit the stripe. Ross is able to pass cars down low, something very hard to do at Riverside.
McLaughlin now closes in on our top four once again. As Ross is stymied trying to overtake Ruggiero. Up high goes Fuller into U2, but he maintains his position.
But it's a traffic jam at the front now. Stefanik leading Greger. Ruggiero in third, and Ross has tried every trick in his book to get by Ruggiero and take third, has been unable to do it.
Coming up now to the halfway mark.
Ruggiero isn't going to give up the high groove, and Ross is going to get by him. He'll probably have to do it down low.
Visa refusing to move over.
Now Stefanik is able to steer clear of Davisa. And now Greger will try and get by. Greger gave Davisa a little tap in racing language to say move over.
Everybody going low under Zavisa.
79 laps are down. And Stefanik is still the runaway leader. For the first 80 laps, he could have an easy chair instead of a front seat because he has been in it. And he tries it again. And once again, he can't succeed. Sometimes the only way you can catch Ruggiero is with a lasso, because he's a very tough man to pass.
problem for the 01 of Zavisa, losing left side rubber. 52 laps to go.
And interesting things always happen on restarts. So we have to watch the battle between Ruggiero and Brian Ross, with Mike McLaughlin looking to make a major move. McLaughlin, the current leader. And they roar out of the fourth turn. Stefanik maintains his advantage, closely followed by Gregor. So no changes on the leaderboard during that restart. It is still Stefanik, followed by Gregor, Ruggiero, Ross, McLaughlin, and Pastriak. 100 laps are down. What's left is your normal 50 lap Riverside Saturday night feature.
Tires now become the question mark.
Usually the man who made the right decision before the race turns out to enjoy the race more during it. Stefanik with a healthy lead over Gregor. And Ruggiero pretty soon you sense that he's going to make his move and really become a factor in this race. All season long, Ruggiero has been able to run through all parts of the track, and now the 12 is spun around and hitting. As they rumble out of the fourth turn, the green flag is in the air, and Stefanik is still in the lead.
Tom Baldwin tried a daring move on Mike McLaughlin that time, but it did not work. And McLaughlin holds on. And Fuller overtakes Pastriak. The U2 ahead of the 75. So that's the only other position change at the moment. John Rosati taking a gamble by going to the low groove now. Let's see if it pays off or not. R9 on both sides of Tommy Bowles. Once again, Ross looking to the inside of Ruggiero.
But he hasn't been able to make anything happen there. But Ruggiero doesn't give him much to peek at. There he goes down low again. But once again, Ruggiero has enough muscle to hold him off. Still at this time. Almost, but not quite. A great battle between Ruggiero on the outside and Ross on the inside. And again, Ross is frustrated.
That's your battle of the night right there.
It's a long jam at the top, 5 cars, close contention, Stefanik leading, but breathing down his neck, Gregor, Ruggiero, Ross, and McLaughlin. Anderson in trouble as he limps along the inside of the track. Get by Ruggiero. The battle is for third and fourth, Ross on the inside. And Ruggiero just has him by half a car length. And there goes Ross, and now he has taken third place. The persistence of Brian Ross has paid off. He is in third, and now he's trying to overtake Gregor. Here he goes, trying to shoot past on the inside. And now Ross has taken second place. Gregor drops back to third with Ruggiero fourth. It has been an impressive performance for Brian Ross. And now all that stands between him and the winner's circle is the 37 driven by Stefanik.
Meanwhile, John Rosati is making some noise in the next group of contestants. Here's the battle for the lead.
By about a couple fingernails, Stefanik leads, but Ross gets the jump on the inside. from Stefanik. With 22 laps to go, it's Brian Ross. Stefanik is made into second. Greger third and Ruggiero fourth.
John Rosati comes out of the pack, overtaking. Ruggiero puts a move on Greger, but cannot do it that time. McLaughlin will now look under Ruggiero.
Only 19 laps left. Ross our leader. Stefanik in second. And a couple sparks fly from the rear of Ross's car. A red and white lightning bolt driven by Brian Ross tonight, as he has opened up a considerable margin between he and Stefanik. Like a surgeon threading his way through on the inside of about 8 cars tonight.
Tom Baldwin having troubles in the center, starting to wear now for sure. And your leader up on a slower car, but he'll have no trouble working his way around Mark.
It seems he has more tire right now than anybody else on the track.
Once again on a slower group of cars. Let's see what bearing this will have. Will they move over for our leader? Not yet.
Marcel Mattel, the closest car to Ross, who tries to sneak by on the inside. Ross 10 laps away from one of his most impressive victories of the season. There's a car on the second turn.
Dave Resendiz. Here we go.
They rumble around the fourth turn. Ross maintains his advantage. Stefanik has 4 laps left to catch him. Greger in third. Now down to 3 laps, and it's still Ross, Stefanik in distant second. His chances are dwindling down to 2. Null and void the way Ross is traveling. Greger holds on to third. McLaughlin trying to make a move down low. He can't do it this time. 2 laps to go. Ross in command. Then Stefanik, Greger, and McLaughlin. Ruggiero in fifth. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go for Brian Ross. And it doesn't look like anyone can catch him. As he romps around the fourth turn and heads for home, our winner of the King of Beers 150, Brian Ross. Followed by Stefanik, Greger, McLaughlin, and Ruggiero.
All right, well done. Ben Dodge is down at trackside for all the post-race presentations. And certainly a fabulous run for the victory by Brian Ross in the TJ Toyota number 6. A great run. His second win here at Riverside Park Speedway. The other occurred several seasons ago in his rare appearances here at Riverside.
And those of you who like victory lane speeches, Ross is one of the more eloquent drivers.
And we're going to hear from him right now. Let's go down to trackside with Mark Wernes.
Well, you know, Brian, tonight in the Celebrity Street Stock race, Ricky Fuller won. He had run streets here before. We talked about him not losing his touch. And, you know, you run modifieds here before, so this is, you know, kind of maybe a little home away from home for you. You haven't lost your touch either. Congratulations, a strong run tonight.
Well, thanks a lot. I really owe it all to 2 groups here. TJ Toyota, the boys that prepare the Hemi Cuda Racing Chevrolet, and Performance Technology, who gives me the right kind of horsepower to win races. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Ben Dodge, who puts on a heck of a show here. Geez, you know, I got more for winning a heat race than I get a lot of other places I race, you know, so thanks all the fans for coming out on a dreary night like this, and hope you all enjoyed the show.
Brian, you were kind of sneaky fast tonight. You know, you held your position for the first 40, then you started coming through traffic, then you held your position a little longer, and it seemed like you just got faster at the end. Was that a strategy or just the way the car was working?
Well, my cars, as you know, in long races, work better at the end, and I pulled down on the inside and tried the leaders a couple times and didn't want to overheat the tires and blister them, so when I couldn't do it quick, I pulled right back out in line and let the tires cool a couple times, and I think that the real story was that my car was just as fast, or maybe a tad faster at the end of the race than it was in the beginning, and everybody else slowed down, and that's characteristic of my cars. And this was my kind of race because there was a lot of greens.
Absolutely, few yellows. And I'll tell you, a slippery track tonight, hot, muggy conditions. How'd you gauge tire wear?
Well, the tires, the boys just told me the tires are like new. The track was a little bit slick, but you know, we got a pretty good combination in both these Hemi Cuda Racing TJ Toyota Performance Technology sponsored cars, and we've been running fast every place we went. I think we got a real good handling deal, and we got a lot of horsepower every place we go, and you know, that's the secret to it.
Well, Brian, we got a whole mess of goodies here for you, some nice presentations, and a popular win by this crowd, I'll guarantee you that. Brian Ross, come on back and see us again. Congratulations on your win tonight.
I will do that. Thank you again to all you fans for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Okay, back upstairs to Raleigh and Matt.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And you can see the Snap-on tools present being awarded to Brian Ross, a $2,400 value, a rollaway tool ensemble. And that's a great gift for him. Thanks to the good folks at Snap-on Tools. And a photo of that occasion being taken now, along with the Gatorade Award, right up on top of the Snap-on Tools. Another presentation to our victor tonight. Our scorers compiling all air charts, and we'll have some kind of a rundown for you, if not the complete official rundown, very, very shortly. Latter stages of that event, taking over the lead on lap 128 from Mike Stefanik, who had led from the start. Now with Budweiser, of course, the folks who came up with all the good cash tonight for our leading drivers in the form of their qualifying heat wins and places, and also here in the tour race finale for his outstanding run all the way through the pack.
And Raleigh's Sonny Richards is here with Brian Ross. Sonny, a special presentation for sure.
Brian, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of Speedway Scene to present you with the Richie Evans Performance Award for your outstanding run tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks, Sonny. Thanks to everybody from Speedway Scene. You know, they do a heck of a job with keeping everybody abreast of the news in Raceland there. Keep up the good work, and thanks for your support of our program.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Okay, back upstairs.
We hope you'll have the opportunity to join us again for our regular Saturday night race program here at Riverside Park Speedway. We start promptly at 6:30 with 3 divisions in action: the late model street stocks, the pro stocks, as well as the mighty NASCAR Modifieds. One of the other presentations to Brian is a video of the feature race tonight being presented by Ken Meisenhelder of KGM Videos. If you too would like a copy of tonight's modified tour action, just see Ken or contact him at KGM Videos. They're in the phone book, and he'll be happy to get a copy to you at a very moderate price, we might add.
You might as well get something for it. It's the Hard Luck Award. We can't say congratulations that you won it. I guess we got to say tough luck, but you're a Hard Luck Award winner tonight.
Yeah, I guess I'm the one with it tonight. We lost the rear end plug on the rear end, and it started spitting out oil when we went into pits. So it was just one of them things, and then we went down a few laps, so we just decided to call it quits.
Well, Jerry, you know, If you do have to be the Hard Luck Award winner, you might as well get a little something to ease the pain, like this bottle of champagne. And Louise from the Pup Den is here. She has a special presentation for you of $100 and a delightful plaque. Again, not the kind of award you go out to win, but if you got to have it, you might as well get something good for her.
Yeah, well, at least we got something to ease the pain, like you said.
Okay, Reggie Ruggiero. Reggie's doing a Santa Claus routine here, toting this sack, only it's not Christmas presents. It's a car cover from our friends at Leisure Time Canvas. And Reggie, 5th place tonight. Congratulations, a lot of fast cars, a lot of fast company tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good race. If I could have drew a little better, maybe we could have did a little better. The car developed a push halfway through the race, and I was just happy to hang on. Next time, well, this Saturday, we'll come back, try to win it again. I'd like to thank Leisure Time Canvas. They're from Agawam, right down the street from our garage. I appreciate the car cover. We needed one. Ours had all holes in it.
Reggie did a lot of work on the car tonight. You qualified the car. Crew continued working. What were they doing throughout during the pit crew contest and the time leading up to the feature to prepare the car?
We were just checking every nut and bolt and every wire and hose and everything we could check. Make sure that we could finish this race. You know, every tour race is very important to finish, accumulate points toward the championship.
Well, Reggie, 5th place tonight. Again, not a win, but by your standards on this tour with a lot of fast company, a nice job.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, back upstairs.
Okay, Mark, thank you. I take that back. This is the official finish. The sheet is marked unofficial, but they tell me it is official. Okay. Your winner, Brian Ross in car 6, then Mike Stefanik in the 37, followed by the 71.
Fourth place to Mike McLaughlin, the modified tour point leader, followed by the number 2 man, Reggie Ruggiero, in 5th place. 6th place to car number 2 of Rick Fuller. 7th to the 21 of Jeff Fuller. 8th place goes to George Kent in car 26. 9th place to Bruce D'Alessandro in the number 90. Then it was the 7 of New York of Tom Baldwin, finishing 10th. Followed by the 5 of Charlie Pastriak. In 12th place, it was the 75 of Carl Pastriak, followed by the 9 of John Rosati in 13th place. 14th place to the 35 of S.J. Avancian. Then it was the 76 machine of Tom Bowles in 15th spot. In 16th position, Marcel the 12, car 1, followed by Dave Resendiz in the 79. Then the 81 of Steve Park in 18th place, followed by Wayne Anderson in car 33 in the 19th position. 20th place goes to car 10, and that one for Ed Flemke Jr. In the 21st position, the 11 of Ron Spaulding, followed by the number 24 machine, finishing in the 22nd spot, that of course Jerry Marquis. John Zavisa in car 1, finishing 23rd, followed by the 09 of Brian Schofield. And rounding out the field, car number 99, Jamie Tomato, in the last and 25th position. So there it is, the official order of finish for tonight's NASCAR Modified Tour event here at Riverside Park Speedway. We thank each and every one of you for attending tonight, and we certainly look forward to seeing you for your next visit here to Riverside. We thank you, and good night.